Just 16 miles from the Ukrainian border, it doesn't take an expert to realise that something like this sends a serious message to Russia. Nearly 3,000 British soldiers have been in Romania for the last 3 weeks, but it was this live-fire drill in front of generals, commanders and the world's media that getting it right really mattered. NATO's biggest drill of the year is the closest these troops can get to a war zone without being in combat. As peacekeepers, they may soon be among the first to be sent to Ukraine. This exercise is the first true test of NATO's Allied Reaction Force, launched in the wake of Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine to respond more quickly to potential threats across every inch of NATO territory. Among the 10,000 troops from 8 different nations, Highlanders from the 4th Battalion Scottish Regiment, who have spent their time learning how to better storm trenches using lessons directly picked up from the front lines. They got the chance to put their skills to the test.
With each obstacle breached, the infantry now assault. Lessons from Ukraine include enhancing low-level tactical excellence. The soldiers now assaulting a position are wearing so-called ghillie suits. This enhances their camouflage and concealment and reduces their heat signature. Simple but highly effective solution.
There are 200 British troops from across Royal Artillery regiments and the Scottish regiments involved in that live fire exercise. And here, back at base, are just some of the things you need to put on one of those drills, with things like artillery, fighter jets coming in there, but helicopters landing here and taking off on warning. And we heard through 3 top NATO figures, including the Italian general in charge of the ARF, who said that this exercise, these drills demonstrate exactly what NATO is capable of doing in a very short period of time.
British soldiers told us that all the training had made them better prepared for the prospect of future conflict.
We know how it's planned out so far, so if there was a task given in the near future, then I think as a whole NATO would be more than ready.
We run through it constantly. It's what we specialise in. We've done it thousands of times, so if it did come to it, it's second nature to everybody now. Down at the trenches where we've been learning a lot of trench warfare, we've been spending time with the Spanish and the Romanians. We've even got the Spanish in our tent with us. Yeah, it's great. It's great to work with other nations.
And when you've been doing trench warfare, and we know trench warfare has become such a key part of the war in Ukraine, what have you learned from them and how they've analysed different things from real warfare and real tactics being used in war? What have you learned from your colleagues from other countries so far?
Well, it's because everybody works differently. So we show them what we can do, they show us what they can do, and then it's just kind of like a learning piece. So everybody gets a better training narrative from it, really. It's quite good.